The son of Agyapong can never be Agyapong can never be NPP. Now one Agyapong can never be NPP. Now one no what Uramu aye friend abo sono no kra no o wa dwene che nipa na mudi na tia mo so na ye NPP no obia nim sa abo sono na ankasa no the sono proper no e wo nyansa che honorable Kennedy Agyapong, and that is a fact. And no na mo pesa mo bati me de maka kire mo Kennedy Agyapong can never be MPP. Now one no what Uramu aye friend no abo sono no kra no o wa dwene che nipa na mudi na tia mo so na ye MPP no obia nim sa abo sono na ankasa no the sono proper no e wo nyansa che honorable Kennedy Agyapong, and that is but me born voice on na kan ye on ne nyame ase me minimum atofofo okroma minimum pa ye bu omo so pa ye bebo ne voice na obo voice ni wia producer hwehwe sofuro ja voice no on na ese bon voice no man hwade
asemi ameka me dia reho na e ka asem we na ma asofo ne adifo a eti asem we emfa ne tra emma nipa eben de me be kan mo mfa asem no tra na mo fa ne tra bedru ba bi no me ni Obama interview ma me kan ne date papa ne date ye say
and
on the 4th January na February na me kan asem we e wo studio ha say the prophecy that Prophet El Bernard gave no so be any promise na the one winning, but there was something specific I can say Kennedy a lead party no sadia ne da so hange ho
uswo
me say believe it or leave it me say sadia no da so hange ho
se Kennedy the belly di party no
only the party no e da so hange ho no enkoi
only di ne say ba umia na we ne
ya kasa chiro banyansafo tina me se me dia reho na e ka asem we na de owa aso no ondie Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a very good man. Me penasem, me peneyirasem, me penipa one in change in asem. Your message be one man ka bit me akonipa na nchen de akoma. But they be at the command on kukuomu a one fan is serious. But the American say
yentie ha yan kama nipa bi hunu say yan kra okroma ma bo voice no obi atie ya mani nasa ko yanko efiasem ya mani nasa ko yanka fiasem yanyina anim election 2024 me maka me mistakes in there me yusuntia me be ya adwuma ha mumu binum no amudi obi achi na say on na eba be ma ya adwuma no nanu onu ani station adwuma efo nko a obi ya adwuma 15 years enie odi 1500 na adwuma efo nyina resign. Oh, I know be say, hey, on the train nipa me obi atoka mama ka kura wato mama e Land Cruiser on tobi maneba because ne babia no use Land Cruiser no makofa ka be free social media on the Land Cruiser we ma abronye na abronye kanasem Land Cruiser on tobi maneba because obi oni ma abronye bia me I don't use Land Cruiser. So you so Tundra, meme you so Tundra ye papa chain ne de no. Nti ye da ono to Tundra fundam na meme te Tundra papa mo. How possible? Dabio, sani Tundra Korea for Tundra na otim no. Ah mo ti social media say me ono ama me kan oti Korea for Tundra mo. Meme te Tundra papa mo. Nti how possible? Ne baba na te Tundra mo. Ma buan krofo nra ya nipa mienu. I resign free wadwuma omukọ ye nya adwuma biem next month so binum be resign omunya adwuma biem and the media station na wo fine ye media station and from a take to send you 5 months in Yenu. What they take MPP station in their chrono, and on the say MPP no one holding. And it'll be dry, and I bring you ungrateful. Me, slow be at the door. Now, me would the trogums when I'm in the betriaka. Me open a 2 me din say, I bring ye, or here needs stubborn proud, because me ya beggar. Now, me must raw, dear, some are green yajuma. Me, my boy, me must raw, dear, my green yajuma. Open a 2 me din say, I bring ye, or here needs stubborn proud. Na me mansra na akofo ade adwuma me yema na nado danko akofo ado not on a single day and me masra na de da Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia not on a single day and me mabronya masra na de da. How much more a talkative nam kwa say no, I don't have that time. Na ma yesay obi nipa waboa why you ungrateful to him aye Kofuo ni ma wonye obia and so the Kofuo to form e didi na tem enti katra won kura ne say so mo ka ungrateful asem de omo nso nan fa dwanhoma mo nane emfa nko Kofuo fie na kopa na chew because Kofuo made you who you are today. So ni ma me kachiro na nado dan kwa Akufo ado so besesa so awo so maboa nipa madabia yenhu omo di wachi 2023 yewie campaign hwan wa pagan hwan wa sesa kama na yeyi eno ne ye kan wa se ye ma nse kuo no ye nim nkrofo a oma bie stations ya omo de ye kuo na adwuma kodwo ponkroma kwa Eastern Region station adwuma eye Uko German South, honorable ya Afuni station, or the year Juma the chair MPP, the whole of 2024, Jingra free. Waniska, honorable Kwasiami Sunyan is, Opia was Sunyan Crumbia Bedia dance here, a Juma station, no, a Yama MPP Amano Kobesine, and then a Tressa Obiwa Commandima MPP. Honorable Ignatius Bafo, we are service radio. Honorable Ami Adiane Nimdia radio. And honorable Bafo we are the service radio. Any other stations here. Womo sympathizing with the MPP. Womo di year Juma. Na ye kwa internal elections. No be sorry. And about 2023 and 2022. Yen nim ahotre baaye and this for say nya nokreda but nanu year 2025 wo mo aba di to mu say Russia Ukraine war no e the problem baaye na ye nokre because at that time no wo ma detraji to me awie nti ase so mbeka nokre ne ye nya internal sabotia no wakwa gina ho se Bawumia Friend say only $800 million na onya abatu onoko na Bawumia oba be di president abeton Ghana na Bawumia obedi president ya obeton Ghana tika $800 million if the whole state the whole country etimi kwa IMF akwaje bosia $1 billion dia on my money nyina yetimi kwa manone akwaje bosia $1 billion see the baba your money ya e ba ne say na ba akofo wo se wanya sika $800 million because wona ho ofe into the baba brabo say die contest ne ko asem no wa wonim say nya nokore but made it through their say MPP into kan no 2024 lessons MPP for now me da some can make mistakes in here nobody should try calling me say duru say internal sabotage no me ka o masema nobody me nyitwen yadoa and munim say the me sit here me I don't fear gaba me I don't fear anybody don't try calling me aha sa setup wenu I am a wife nkwa na mama sika ono na me tua sika otua bi ma obi aka prenim ntian de obi ante ase sa wono na me sika short ye no odi bi so so mama nti ono nkwa na betima aka se tetia break e no kwa me ntie okaze me ntie break amekwa akopɛ bosen ade ne sika na man se be ametima aka ma adwene what you say $800 million. I wouldn't say who did trago ba me aso. What do you try we? And you no cry and this if you so say Ghana sika nyina ba me asesaye. E de kwa koma obi say onya ya batwo. And so Ghana for mo hokyere mo. Ghana for mo timo hwa mo masku. Ghana for mo timi top patrol. And so ba me $800 million. NPP for mu binu mu ye hypocrite. At time now, all cats are same way. Yeah, born were radio stations, the whole Ghana no mote ho. No mo fisa mo ya bronya. Man, look at my age. Man, dear. So be say, obedin kwasi asem the party no at no position the next 40 years here. Ebe draw me the next 40 years still I me holding. I met makasa. Number wa 60 years here. Wa won so be say ko na won ka ho asem wo asema ba me de e the next 80 years no me nim mfi amadi o me nim nti sira be dro na me ho odene kon de ma hwe me petetekra me nim mfi amadi etin de yentna ho mo obi nsɛ ade no ya se ka kire no sa tro no odi ye no ne ye bo dawro panyini bia ntima nsɔre wan pipu man ka sɛ aba ya braw 2012 nanado ye campaign bibi bia wieye dakoro pe asema obi kwakan ye munkuma nwenafo munye sei na ndisifo the only message ai omode call 2012 campaign yes asem no MPP mpa ho asem enu ntise moto aba ma omo a womba wombe kunkuma ho wanu masem ya ye bibi bia wie wanu masem de ye etena afie wanu masem momo voice no ba akoma atiefo ntie ene babo videos and makoma yensa na mabisa questions momo video number 1 mamintie momo
na election na yoko NPP lost that election in 2022 I repeat election na yoko 2024 NPP for we lost the election in 2022 why Embrace all the way to tomato seller, Esikashi Yano, Ghana for one day. And my middle class for upper bonds, Abu Musikashi, Yabiko 15 years, Oma from one day. And my pension for Esikashi, Oma from one day. And the time here, or my new bed now, Ghana for you, or my generation of Monkasa.
Sir, Obiati video way. Obi atemeboa ahwefo ne atiefo mate se MPP obi antie kwase na me bebisa no mani padasa ni ntena kroma se o nyansa che na obi a o he ye mu binim ye wo fie nyansa ye wo suku nyansa ye ko suku wi a wo mama ye certificate ye nkonkoso ho anka se ye gya akwa ye business ye gaps na o mu twireti ntina o mu gya no ho ye de ye kwa ye ko wi gi certificate no me baby sa question. Moi muti social media say ayaba content. Ayi we me say when dem pakwa meeting dey at 12 AM o. Ayi me media o. Huh? Wa ba pon ko betuma pon ko e ba pon 10. What you say? Obi say 2022 na MPP ye lusu yaba because nanado ene baumia amasiri no I say and a debt exchange and then yakeka yate se 2022 na MPP ye lusu elections dia That time you lose about me only question we are no. 2022 na MPP are lose elections. You lose that election with candidate wine. Who was the presidential candidate in the year 2022? MPP lose election. Who was the presidential candidate? Because you are claiming, say, MPP lost the election in 2022. Maybe a simple question, say, who was the presidential candidate in 2022? And if indeed MPP lost the election in 2022, with what margin? With what margin? See, Lusu Abano 2022. Now, one and a presidential candidate Bonidini, Lusu about 2022. Now, margin saying, and ye di Lusu ye. 2022, na Baumia, a presidential candidate, Yana. So, why would you say we lost the election in 2022, dear? And Kojinaba being Kase, Baumia a bad candidate in Timayam Fanenko elections. Because you are claiming, say, we lost the election in 2022. 2022, Baumia wasn't the presidential candidate. Come and tell us, say 2022, no, na Baumia a presidential candidate. Bakatre. Ema bin traba bin kasa o nyansa che obia brabeka kire say in your own words no what say we lost the election in 2022. So tell us, who was the presidential candidate? The person lost that election with what margin? Two questions. Who was the presidential candidate? Tell us whether Baumia was the presidential candidate in 2022. As you claim the party lost the election in 2022, tell us whether Baumia was the presidential candidate. Yeah, no. Was the Baumia the presidential candidate in 2022? Say no, dear. Obia ni right so obeka say Baumia lost the election in 2024 until 2028 in my nko because the very person now o akisu Baumia say Baumia lost the election in 2024 no a bad candidate, you know. Oxy, we lost the election in 2022. I am asking you a simple question. We need answers from you. Who was the presidential candidate in 2022? We want to know who was the presidential candidate in 2022. And that person lost the election with what margin? The year no, so we are seeing answer. We make it out. Me sorry, me Jimmy for want me beside Jimmy for questions. Because the 2022 nekasem MPP lost the election in 2022 because wasn't another mamonye yate and in 2022 no because nanado there na nimra de enti nanka on siki re-election bia te se ne ebinum pese yi enkrofo bi o mani brade no wo mo petetem because Ghana omo kwa na omo ho ofe wo mo ne sonwa nti omo ne kotetem eyeye ndisi mu no ono achi nyansa ni bia ni ho e de so ono kwa ne conference eyeye yate. But in 2022 no nanado dankwa akofo ado onko election bia. So if that was the case there, why na ye presidential candidate here or lose election in 2022? Bakachire brabe kachire owura nyansafo be kachire mayehu e ho no woni answers bia wo ho nti say lusu aba no 2022 dia what does it mean is about Baumia bad candidate enti mo amodi Baumia chi no questions no ne answers ne na media mamo no mo nka ntira asumasi nkrofo no say or say NPP lost the elections in 2022. Who was the presidential candidate in 2022? Baumia wasn't the presidential candidate in 2022. And if indeed we lost the election in 2022, we lost with what margin? He should be able to tell us. He should be able to tell us the exact margin. Any 2024 there. What it means about me, a good candidate. A BM Obi say, Obi nam, and all Catherine Crawford say, unity. Whereby the same person at the thing say, one of their forgiveness a party on fanche da. On fanche MPP for da. Near Kofua dia yano, Papa Kofua dia yano, mana ye che MPP nibia. Near Nanado dia yano, amana ye che MPP nibiano. Or say, I am not going to forgive MPP and wound to me. Producer for that video no to so.
Now do me. We'll see if you deliver Ashanti region. I'm not going to forgive them. If you know the effort I put in to get numbers in Ashanti region, or in Yantabe Wundi. Yani soldier for a police focus. They don't want to meet him. I will beat us. And then, what do you want young train? Yeah. I will be saying no make us no make campaign the mayor. But one we are considering you have to do a better so complete. Now do me. We'll see if you deliver Ashanti region. I'm not going to forgive them. If you know the effort I put in to get numbers in Ashanti. At the time now MPP for a year power no what's one fan check that. Now we will see how MPP will deliver Asante region. Constituency sinibi or ha or bet faso and pa bono region. Monfre honorable Aliu Mega. Na monfre honorable Matthew Opoku Prempe Misane say or ba bono region. No kachira suma si say when emergency to Accra. Until on Quadrama West. Ali Mega spent 80,000 to organize people. Over 3,000 people in a particular place. Ayefra ho krakurum. As soon as he say ho and the MPP baba power. On ho ne and ho china ewo bono region in man region. But ubenya some people mudinachi with a stupid rat. We contributing in MPP in 2016. Yepe memma ama maka doma ama demonstration asem no mo ana mo twa nkwase rata no na mo wafan 2016 to 2015 yepe memma ama masori aka abanya etisu yasem no na mo ye ma e wo Ghana ha yesi atiyie e ma yirefre so enche ya manfo yirefi what abronye did ba ye no me man kasa ya mama bibinti kuo no ya mama bibinti MPP nsai senka ye po bia obekrompreni se MPP amana bibia ye me ma bronye tama ye pe mema to criticize the administration of John Dramani Mahama 2014 2015 2016 no mu amodi akire with a stupid rat up no na mu wo fan na mu binum e wo class 6 P5 any ade 13 times and na me call police station yetimi chime na makwa akotra ho anopa kosi anumre with no charge. Police commander etimi ba no abetwa me koto no akatro se wo ya akraboni efiri na ekonko kasa biem 13 times 13 times 2015 2016 ye ni MPP politician bia ye chin wo Ghana ha time me ma bronye the records are there because na mo ye ma ye de mo shedanum and now where we are no mo eduru what say yempie 2026 2027 2028 mo anemu dia kire se kuo nse no ye wie presidential primaries no ne ye hia memma one be kasa platforms so enipa mo be friend ya abronye antimi I don't have time for more stupid rat up na mo ye
nipa na mudi na chi ose waboa nkrofo na adwuma mofo nyina resign akono somebody a year adwuma 15 years yetua ne 1500 and so wo enam se wagimi nti oba be ka tro se o ono ba obeboa na wuhuri boso and so na adwuma mo ho media house na won wo mo nyina resign ba ko resign ne yetua ne ka 900 Ghana cedis ne yetua ne ka 900 Ghana cedis. And who believe we say pants on the babuao? You try to 900 Ghana. Why you do my 8 years? Why resign? Morning show host, TV station, no, or no, so yes, or quoi? And no pa TV station, no morning show host, no, Samasha, Yentiani Kaye, 1,200 into a boon in Namuko. Become Crawford Barbontia, a outside gentility won't cry. Sa man for wa bontini hunsa omuye ni papa mun their various offices na mun misa won kwofo aye no omuye adwuma na me no officer me call bi station kokko kasa officer nipa ne na hweme aye me na me ma hu me ho so twa aye me ma branya na ma hu me ho so twa na ma bo me din ho ban na me de nam obi station dia sa me kokko ye party adwuma. And you believe send pana to V8 am no to be maneba. E wo dis assembly. Wapa me nana say in law. Obi chawade ne se won nana se a e kire se wo accept gift no. Enti mon kan kire nipa kro ne se o se wato V8 am me, wato tundra am me, wato we am wato mon kan kire se me nana se. And to me, Nana Sino, or every right to revoke the gift. That is the law. Oh man, a lawyer for no educating said, I am saying on this platform, say, I'm passing on what to car, mammy. May family quants what catch them say.
Meeting. It will be.
Kana the so-called kana mean we also dear mammy no. May Nana see. And to revoke non-for document in a magic. Number 2. Me sana kase so bi chawadia under the income tax you know about your property and under the income tax law no as I say give tax and me manati say and nan say me na sintinu give tax so me ntria and to amfa ne particulars and come via the GR for Ghana Revenue Authority for no mo magic kana na yenchime say obi ama me kana me ntua gifters ne yenchime na so timi to VAT mama on to bi man manam me mpanum bia me kwa kwosere wo wade na de ntina wo frɛ me say abronya de omo ba ha nyina no ono na bu nu ho o misa wo hwe ukogina nipa mu a because wo de aye NPP for payfo nyina because one man for who say wo de owoska enti wo ne obinya asema wo so da ne kra me ma wo say wo boa wo de aye nkrofo bebre they can't challenge you. I will challenge you. E man say kuo nu nko nano mumo voice number 3 man radio
Yabeka momati samu pepawa Ghana for say mudi kene Agyapong ba yabetu amamo Musa kwakwem fia 9 fia ngotwibiem. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Mama yentie nia efomfo ka. Mama yentie nia Ghana fo ka. Asori dey amuwamu wo mu kasai. E kauki. Asori dey amuwamu wo mu kura wo ma batuo no e kire so wo mu kasai. E bi so mu kai no wantie. I say Samantia, Mobajimu Jejereje, any Aji Jejereje. Oh, campaign, Abayet the papa.
MPP for somebody. Yakase Obi can send the say MPP, Amunti any ye. A sorry dana mijinano, Wamukra Kasai, meaning say. Wamwa kwa school ma muntimi nyi certificate kura so muti language interpretation. Meaning say a Christopher to abatia yewura baumia nti a Christopher empe baumia NPP for empanfo amu wo fie no me ka kire mo say sa voice we enyama na mebo me bo a kire mo na mo 2028 no enipa no was starting say NPP na mo nkwa bo na baso mo nkwa bo na baso enne asofofo na ofiri ase edi sika Paul macha onyina no ye namfofo no omo ye namfofo no omo so obekaya asofofo no bebre ana meme so e kan sem bebre kire no wamfa nya adwuma me ametia yo asofofo no bebre na meme so ena me communicate niama bebre bi ne kasa direct wamfa nya adwuma ne afeni edi sika enam wo mo so Paul macho okɔwie a na o ma frem sa abronya onipa ne ye twan ne ye pese o mo de ne ba wie na se do no mfa bone nche no sisi ade sika na ode ba na ode ba be compensate ye de ode aye na mom ye mfa nche ne da sa chofofo na okɔ mo so no most of them and na meme so emre bi atwam na binum free Kumasi binum free other region no wo no mo communicate the attack dinanse ya wo di sika na masie no eno mo kasa ofisa o mo mfa nche because emre bi e wanya ne yie no wo twe ho na o mafre abronya ye de ye twan mo ye mpa ye ni nyina nsa mo de ne beba ne enso ya mo hu nse ya you said you can say ya kromfo no ye bekwa akoto kro no aba e de akire MPP fo se nipa na ka kire wiase nyina sa asofofo ye ya kromfo sa recordings ni nyina da ho na asofofo no frɛ me omo so ye de ye twan mo de ne ba wia ye bekwa akoto kro no aba ama o makan ama nipa na hu se ye ene ye ma ye nsore ma ekoto aba ne ti ya no na wo ukoko jina ho a you are inciting the Christian community against obia okwaba ukan article 55 because sabuku we bia no hu a upese who occupy the highest office of the land. It's so suade. It's so suade. Okay, Article 55 of the 1992 Constitution na. E can be wo. Na upase ofura konya kese a. Eniama bebre nu kra nya obi na ekire wo. Ese wa wo tena se hu se. Ensem bi wo ha wo kan one. A security threat. Said the 2012 uko kan sema and this used to tia lusu yeno. Another security threat. The Christian and Muslims and Tokwa and now they ban because what the Kanaka say what that and Tokwa any sikada and Kwana also. Mema what ya say Abranya dia on son Tokwa dayo. Namo meme want Tokwa fu madrian semako. Me want to kwafu ah me anopa bia me sore me de sekan yi ase na bere kokokokokokoko enti wa wo so ntokwa ho dai ene me a me want to kwafu no ah bere se makonu yesi abehwe because enya possible se da bia nipa wo be so dai ba me de makwafu makodi da bia ba bere mamate enti we will see Article 55 of the 1992 Constitution. Cross train, what I mean, kind one train, and was it the right to form political parties is hereby guaranteed. Every citizen of Ghana of voting age has the right to join a political party. Train, subject to the provision of this article. A political party is free to participate in shaping the political way of the people, to disseminate information on political ideas, social and economic programs of a national character, and sponsor candidates for so and so. Or say, the internal organization of a political party, or say no, every political party shall have a national character, and membership shall not be based on ethnic, religious, regional, or sectional divisions. Muntio, obia all per president here dino. Or say, I sorry them ha me gina no crano. Womuko two abatia obi because we kramoni. And a constitution no 1992 constitution no. The 1992 constitution, the highest law of the land, I will be the president and not the Jumano. Article 55, cross 4. Article 55, cross 4. Or say every political party shall have a national character, and the membership shall not be based on ethnic, religious, regional, or other sectional divisions. Assembly okokan Assembly okokan 1. Our religious division. Assembly okokan our religious division. Obia o mind Ghana years no. Okekan sem de basa ye na aba. Na ye NPP fo na Musala ne mo fa kire abranya munya no ono de ose kuo no nyanne amunim so ose kuo no abranya munya no ne mundie asimasi be ka bia abranya manfi no ose kuo no nyanne amunim so ose kuo no ana musuro sam be ka kire no ana wase kuo no over the years ana muntimi kan kire no I have to stop him. Or yet gentle here, this platform is there to help the MPP. This platform will make sure say at the boni bia a bang way or this one be ye biano ya beba haba be chirichirim because me says it though says it that nan wa e twa mu 13 times and am ha ma ye chi me nti na o tim ya me mfa ho because me no wasensen me ma trap it 13 times and no cry me complaining ye enti mo san kra na Monenam na waboa me momane moa bi because of say me ye nipa temu ntina omwa mo because of say me ye nipa echemu ntina omwa mo momane moa bi na so timi boa kana dwuma efo resign e bia resign enra okọ 15 years na katua enru 2005 morning show host no ba akurumpo de say o wa hene so no so wa firi adwuma mo on to ko Mwa motena bontenu mukwa fie wa ekom na eku na dwumayefo. I have been there over the last 17 years and I know what is going on. On one him say so di nokre eni nyamesuro ye adwuma. I have never opened my mouth dakrokra say me pe bibia firi no ho. Me I respect myself. I respect myself. What you say? Now no my wife or mommy scam catch and say mammy scanner all day mammy no yes all ya dear me think come and doing it. So officer all day come and no to their Jusika. Go ya dear my command doing. Two ma be a sikada. What you say? Say kwonu na mayesei na mayesei afi we nkwa ye catch no sika. Moment pa obi a picture wa ha ya soma mo. Afi we nkwa ye catch na mo sika. Ye wura ba omia dia support MPP a. But oye panyini tiantia ne morase Tiatia ne morase or trefanable and so was spending sikate no bia wo MPP who this year. last year so onyina babi emmo hu wada. That is the kind of leader we want. My say panyini bia onini benya asem wa ha no waboa no because officer no wo sika nti okoka na mama say ya na nkrofo bi na yese wa yese